Ascended Heroes hype is at an all-time high right now, but today we're going to be opening up the new Mega Evolutions Perfect Order ETB. I honestly believe that Perfect Order will be a strong set for one particular group, the Collector. And I believe this for two main reasons. Number one, availability is relatively high. On Reddit, Poke investors are saying this is one of the worst sets to invest in for your ROI, and possibly one of the worst modern sets of all time. And it's not just Redditors that are saying this. There are fellow content creators out there who are also saying the same thing. I personally think this is unfair given that the set, just got released and it really hasn't had a lot of time to marinate. Scalpers are also ignoring this set because the demand for this set seems pretty low. And we're seeing a ton of posts about people being able to find product out in the wild on store shelves, which honestly is pretty good for the hobby. Number two, this is a small set containing just 120 cards total. If you're a collector and have always wanted to master set a modern day expansion, then this is probably the set to choose. Couple this with the reportedly higher than average hit rates for IRs and SIRs, this set seems like it was made for collectors. All right, enough of the chit chat, let's get into it. All right, guys. Here we go. So we got the Mega Evolution Perfect Order ETB that we're going to open up and see what we get here. All right. So here is the player's guide. I always like to keep the player's guide for each ETB that I open up, just as another item to collect. And also to keep track of what ETBs I've opened, because I've opened so many that it's really hard to keep track of it. And I think when I look back at my stack, I'll be able to see how much money I wasted. So yeah, and the cool thing about these player guides is it has the entire set list. So if you were looking to, master set this is a great way to kind of keep track of what cards are going to be available in the set and what cards you could potentially get. And then of course, in the back of this, you'll see all of the IRs and SIRs. So there's the booklet. Go ahead and put this to the side. All right, so we got the Perfect Order sleeves. We have the 9 packs. Put those to the side here. And then we have the promo. And actually, I think this is a pretty solid promo. It's a very cute IR, unique art. Not bad. I'm gonna open this one up. Code card, and then the Tyrant IR. Very cool looking card. I'm gonna go ahead and sleeve this one up before I forget. Also, I'm gonna check the centering on this. Centering looks pretty good. Check the back of this card. Looks pretty clean overall. Maybe worth grading, but we shall see. And of course, we have the bulk of energy. We've got the coin, and I honestly could not tell you what Pokemon that is. And of course we have the die. So that's what we would get in the ETB. All right, guys, now onto the packs. All right. First, Perfect Order pack. Let's get into it. So, as I was kind of thinking about things, one of the things that I kind of realized is this set has a lot of similarities to Journey Together in a lot of ways. This was a set that came right after a really hyped set. As you know, Journey Together came right after Prismatic Evolutions, which caused, ooh, that's super cool art. Let's get a zoom in on that. Really like the art on that. And this one is coming right after Mega Evolution. Nothing on the first one. Oh, I'm sorry, Ascended Heroes. Both Ascended Heroes and Prismatic Evolutions were specialty sets with a ton of hits in them and god packs. And I honestly feel like this is a really good set for people to have right after Ascended Heroes to bring down the hype a little bit. Because as you know, with a set like Ascended Heroes, hype is at an all-time high, especially given that this year is the 30th anniversary for Pokemon. Ooh, nice. And we got a Mega Zygarde EX, our first hit of the rip session. And I'm not going to complain about that. This is a cool card. I just love the textures on the Mega EX cards. I'll put that one to the side there. Another similarity to Journey Together is that this set has a pretty high hit rates. I know the official stats aren't out yet, but from everything that we've seen, this set has higher hit rates than others and kind of very similar to Journey Together. So I think that's also worth noting when you're ripping this as well, is your satisfaction in ripping this set can come from, getting hits. If you're hitting more, then you're more likely to like the set. I think that's pretty standard. There's the code card. And we're about 3 packs in, and so far have hit the Mega Zygarde EX. Which is not bad. I mean, he's the poster Pokemon for this set, so not a bad hit at all. We got reverse holo, regular holo. So kind of approaching like the midway point. And there are a couple cards, like I mentioned, that I would really like to get. I actually think the Mega Zygarde SIR actually looks pretty cool. I like anything with really vibrant art, and that one has a very like arcade-like look with the colors being super vibrant and popping out. Nothing there. And I don't know if I would go hunting for it at card shows. I don't think I would, but it would definitely stay in my collection if I were to pull it. It's not something I would probably trade. So, basic energy. Okay. Got reverse hollow Snorlax, reverse hollow rock energy. We had a hollow version of that earlier. Telepathic energy. All right. So far, 1 hit out of the entire ETB. Not doing so hot, unfortunately, but hopefully our luck will change soon. Okay, basic. Oh, we got a Poképad. I know this card, Poképad, is highly playable, so maybe put that to the side. It might be worth something. Potion. I haven't seen this since the days of me playing the Pokemon. Oh, okay. We got our first IR, Auroras. Very cool. I don't even know what generation Pokemon this is, but first IR, I'll take it. I think the odds of getting an IR in this set are about 1 in 9 from early testing and, you know, other people ripping a bunch of packs. And so far, that's right. Seems to be correct, you know? Getting basically 1 IR at least per ETB. So put that one aside as well. All right, guys, we're down to 2 packs left. And quite honestly, this is what most people should expect, you know? Ripping an ETB and getting 1 IR is, I would say, a success out of an ETB. So I wouldn't be mad if this is like the only thing that I got, basically, is what I'm saying. So we got basic energy, Pokeball, okay, nice. We got reverse hollow Gengar, and this is a pretty sick Gengar art. I really like this. I know Gengars sometimes go for a premium, even if they aren't IRs or SIRs. You know, you guys probably have seen in the other video I pulled the Mega Attack Rare, which I was super stoked about. I'm actually going to put this Gengar to the side. Might sleeve that up. So let's see what we get. Regular hollow. Damn. You know, like I said, even if these were the only hits that I got, I would say this is not too bad. So let's just hope last pack magic that there's something good in here. Please treat me well. All right, guys, last code card. All right, green energy. Hopefully that's a sign of good luck. All right, we got a reverse hollow Spinarak, sorry. A Barbuncle reverse hollow, and I see something back there. Any guesses on what it could be? My guess is it's an EX. Boom, Lapras EX. All right. There you have it, guys. The last hit of this ETB. I'm gonna go ahead and just flash real quick the hits that I got. So obviously the Tyrant being the promo card. Then we got 1 IR, Auroras. Is that a scratch on the card? Or let's try and see if that's a scratch on a card or if that's on the top loader. Yep, oh, definitely on the top loader. And then we got the Mega Zygarde EX. And lastly, a Lapras EX. So, you know what? This stayed pretty true to what I thought the hit rates might be in this set. You know, and I'm not too bummed out about the results, to be honest. You know, I still think this is going to be a very strong set for collectors. It's going to be, again, readily available in stores, hopefully, and will continue to be that way. It's also got some pretty high hit rates. It's got a low total card count, great for collectors, especially if you're looking to master set. And, you know, overall, I think a lot of people will kind of sleep on this and, you know, not really, I don't think this will be scalped as much as some of the other sets that we've been seeing recently. So all in all, not bad pulls. And I've still got a bunch of other Ascended Heroes and Perfect Order stuff that I'm going to be ripping soon. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.